Hello, my name is Brenda Hayward. Just to let you know, I am not an attorney, real estate agent, or tax accountant. This video will highlight the possibilities that you may be eligible for when making decisions about your future on a home or homes you own. This video is called Moving Reasons for Selling Your Home. This video will highlight additional information to your questions on what other information can be helpful and added to your need to know list. Viewers, I hope you brought your notebook and pencil. Number one, your own credit check. Have you checked your own credit to see what interest rate you will qualify for? The idea is moving has to have an advantage or a reason for moving. Have you received a pay raise? The extra funds are added up in your bank account. Have or will you have enough to put at least 20% down on a new home? Or will you have enough to pay first and last month's rent wherever you are traveling to? When it comes to interest rates, everyone thinks that about moving and must have viewed their own credit before moving forward on the sale. Remember, selling a home and paying off the mortgage and any other bills you may have will not alter your credit score in just 1 month. The loan officer may ask to see the paperwork on receipts showing the outstanding past due bills are paid off. At this time, the interest rates are high, even if you pay down to 20%. Do your part and speak to a loan officer to see if you have met the qualification to seek out and receive a new mortgage. Moving is great, however, your house must be in order to complete the move. As of December 2022, the mortgage rates were almost 8% on a 30-year loan and almost 6% on a 15-year loan. If your current loan is at that rate, what the rate is would do is not change your current position. Number two, are you an empty nester? Are your older children moving out soon? Are you thinking about moving just to get a bigger place for your children to have their own space? Just to remind, just remember, a house will not be too big in just a few years, and the extra money you will save will be a great all around for vacations and visits to children. Are you looking at the lack of space even though the older children will be moving out in the next few years? If you are making do now, stay. A larger home will only put you in a position to have to pay a larger mortgage. Think if your children decide to go to college, tuition fees and pocket spending money will also be costly. Sit down, get a piece of paper, and decide on a good bad reason for moving. If the good outweighs the bad, then move ahead with your plans. Three, the stress of purchasing a new home. Have you thought about the stress you went through when you purchased the home you're currently in? The stress including saving for the down payment on the home, working more than one job to add to your savings, not seeing your spouse as often as you would like. The problem occurs because you were not able to see your spouse when you would like to. One works in the morning and the other works in the evening. You may only be physically at home a few hours a week to do the cleaning, laundry, and cooking that had to be done before you begin the same routine all over again. Yes, you made it through that period. How would you feel if not enough money is made from the sale of your property? Make a list of the pros and cons. Or is a current home or your second home, and when you sold your first home, will have funds and good credit will make the transition easy, and hopefully the next move will be easy. How about the buying portion? Have you found a house and written an agreement with a contingent clause saying upon the sale of the current property? Or do you already have a loan and the down payment is in the bank? Because the down payment you're using are the funds from your 401k to make the down payment, and everything is going as planned. Keeping your stress down to a minimum is great. If anything, the scenarios meet your current situation and you are doing great. Just a little about me. I'm a person who enjoys food, and one of my favorite foods is cherry cheesecake. Please let me know if you like this video by clicking a thumbs up or by leaving comments below. Number 4, have you inherited a house? Are you thinking about moving because your parents' home is now passed on to you? This is a question that only you can determine if this is the best decision for your family. Please talk to them and see if there would the changes in their life. For one, would you have to travel further to get to work? Would your kids have to transfer to another school? Would your husband have to travel further for his job? When making a move, allow you to sell your property and have funds in your pocket to make the upgrades needed to the things that can fix in the family home. There will be hundreds of unanswered questions going through your head. Are you the only child or one of many who would like to live in the family home? Would you keep up the family home with the family gatherings once you moved in? Would your siblings be okay with you handling things? Or will your parents, the negotiations between all the relatives that kept the family going over the other years? Can you continue the legacy your parents set, or will things have to change? There are many unanswered questions. However, I ask you to put it on a piece of paper, the good and the bad, before you make any final decisions on moving. You need to make a good decision and know prior to moving if you're truly something you can handle. 5, is selling really appealing? Is selling your home appealing because of the equity you can receive and the type of home you can afford? Remember, there's good in having equity in his home. The home can be sold. However, when you buy the new home, the overall cost is much higher, and you might be prepared to spend when you look at the monthly cost and upkeep. Remember, new homes come with unknown problems and increased utilities. However, have your monthly take home changed? Most likely the answer will be no. Even though you get that new home, will you be able to afford that home? Please write down on a piece of paper the cost and add up the columns and see if you may be rich in the house you want or poor because you cannot afford the upkeep and the luxuries you once had. Remember, equity could also be good because now you have an opportunity to borrow from the bank and make small repairs you always dreamed of using professional. The need to move will no longer be necessary. Say you knew you wanted to have a basement updated and you knew you only needed $10,000. Ask the bank whether you can qualify for that amount. If they say no, then ask what do we need to do to qualify to do what they say. If they say yes, get the requirement from them. What would be the monthly cost if you move forward with the loan? Go home and see if the loan could be incorporated into your currently monthly budgets. If moving is still in the future, please do work to make a list and get quotes and costs on all entities, from setting up utilities, property taxes, transferring to schools, and payment communities. Please let me know if you like this video by clicking a thumbs up and leaving comments. I shared, and I hope you share your comments and subscribe. As if you have time to check out some of my other videos that may answer a few of your other questions you may have. My name is Brenda Hayward, and thanks for your time.